It is the 7th of October. In 30 days from now, Egypt will be hosting a key summit, COP27, the 27th Conference of the Parties. COP is the United Nations' biggest decision-making forum for all issues concerning climate change. Its aim is to keep global temperatures in check and lower greenhouse gas emissions. Two agendas it's failing to live up to. I am not saying this, climate activists are, and this is why. The sponsor for this year's summit happens to be a soft drink brand, Coca-Cola, a brand that has often been called the top plastic polluter in the world. This sponsorship deal has opened the floodgates of criticism. Campaigners are calling it a pure case of greenwashing, a desperate bid to portray the brand as environmentally responsible. The backlash is severe, travesty, farce, ludicrous. These are the adjectives floating on Twitter about this deal. Some say they are baffled by the deal, others say it undermines the very objective of the summit. And yet others say COP27 is indulging in green trolling. Questions are also being asked of the United Nations about its readiness to work with such brands and try to legitimize their climate change record. A petition has also been filed on change.org, a petition to remove Coca-Cola as COP27 sponsor. And last we checked, it had over 62,700 signatures, just 13,000 short of being the biggest petition on the platform. How are the organizers taking this? They haven't said a word yet, but the sponsor in question has. This is what the statement reads: "We are prepared to do our part in the fight against climate change. We share the goal of eliminating waste from the ocean and appreciate efforts to raise awareness about this challenge," unquote. I repeat, we share the goal of eliminating waste from the ocean. That's a bit rich, don't you think, given how the brand itself contributes to ocean waste? Let me show you a report. According to a 2019 audit from over 51 countries, Coca-Cola is the largest plastic polluter at sea, with over 11,700 of its bottles being recovered in a year. And that's not all. The same year, the brand admitted that it uses 3 million tons of plastic packaging in a year. 3 million tons. It could be hard to visualize what 3 million tons looks like, but that is almost equivalent to 200,000 plastic bottles a minute. And then we have reports like these. The World Bank funding fossil fuel projects. According to new research, the world's biggest financial institution has provided $15 billion of finance to aid oil and gas projects the world over. So it's not just platforms like COP27, but other Western bodies as well are guilty of the same double standards. And coming back to the topic, of course, a brand cannot be held responsible for how its consumers dispose of its products. They are equally responsible. But if the company wants to solve the plastic crisis, if the company wants to fight climate change, it needs to stop using plastic in the first place. And the same applies to the platforms using their money. If they want to be taken seriously, if they want the world to listen to them, they need to stop indulging such brands. The bottom line is this: Coca-Cola sponsoring COP27 is the heights of hypocrisy. It only justifies what critics often call such climate summits sham. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.